Hey there, my name is Adjua Dadzi and welcome to today's topic. Today we're going to talk about one-on-ones with your boss. Hopefully you have one-on-ones with your boss, and if you don't today, hopefully you start having them after you finish watching this video. If you currently have one-on-ones with your boss, sometimes it can be a little bit confusing because you don't always know what to talk about. So today I'm going to walk you through the things that you should really think about so that you can best prepare for your one-on-ones and make sure that you get the most out of the experience. First things first, know what your purpose is for the meeting. A lot of times employees will ask me, well, what do you want our one-on-ones to be about? But it's not my meeting. So as a leader, it's not your boss's meeting, it's your meeting. A lot of employees will use it as just general status updates, which is fine. It certainly checks the box and certainly keeps your leader informed. But I don't really think that's the way to get the most out of your one-on-one experience. You can definitely cover status updates, but also make sure that you use your one-on-ones as an opportunity to get anything that's really bothering you off your chest, or anything that's concerning or important to you off your chest. It's also a really good opportunity for you to just develop a better relationship with your leader. So if you just want to talk about things that are also more philosophical in nature, or talk about things to help build your relationship and establish commonality, your one-on-ones are also a really good time to do that as well. The second thing to think about is to make sure that you have a few key questions or talking points to get the conversation started. It's always a good thing to follow back up on anything that's outstanding or pending from the last time you two had your one-on-one. Hopefully your boss comes to the conversation at least prepared to have some dialogue as well. But even if they are unprepared and have nothing to offer the conversation at the moment, it is your meeting, so you should be prepared to have a few key questions, a few topics you definitely want to make sure you cover before you leave the meeting. And this third tip is one I wish people use a lot more often. Use your one-on-ones as a time to ask for feedback. It's always a little scary to ask for feedback because you don't always know what you're going to get back. But hey, look, if you don't know the things that you're doing well or the things that you can do differently, you'll never get better. So use your one-on-ones as another opportunity for feedback points. You can even ask a simple question like, if you were me, what changes would you make? That's a great way to ask your leader for feedback without saying, do you have any feedback for me? Because sometimes people will say, no, you're doing fine, just go. But if you phrase it situationally and say, hey, if you were me, what changes would you make? That allows your leader to step back and think a little bit more about what specifically they would want you to focus on. That's a great way to give feedback and give you some actionable points that you can do something with. Okay, you just learned 3 different things to think about to make sure that you have awesome one-on-ones with your boss. So the first one is to know what your purpose is for the meeting, not your boss's purpose. Know what your purpose is for the meeting first. Make sure you walk into that conversation with a few key ideas or key questions, including anything you want to follow up on from the last time you got together. And the third is to use it as a feedback opportunity. Simply phrasing it with a simple question of, hey boss, if you were me, what would you do differently? Can be a great way to get the feedback you need to be more successful. So if you're digging this video and its content, here's what you do. You like it and you share it. You never know how this simple video share is going to make all the difference in the world in somebody else's career and life. And if you feel like you need a little bit more Adjua in your life, then here's what you do. You go ahead and head over to the link that's listed right here and sign up for our email updates. That way you never miss out on anything new that I drop. And I do drop new videos each and every week into the inboxes of my email subscribers. The corporate world needs that unique gift that only you bring. So go out into the world today and act with conviction. Be courageous and live joyfully each and every day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to see you again at the very next video.